Hey guys, I think I pissed off Ethan Klein. He hasn't had a lot of nice things to say about me since the incident.
I don't think people give this smug, self-important wannabe loser enough attention. Honestly, she doesn't deserve it, but at the same time, more people need to see just how terrible this person is. Those who do know of this person, Denims, typically refer to her as the female Hassan, and honestly, that couldn't be a more apt description of her. She has the same obfuscating, dishonest, and deflection talents that Hassan has. Recently, Denims uploaded this video titled Ethan Klein is a Weaselly Little Liar, where she attempts to debunk some of Ethan's takes on her and their disagreements, only for her to make one of the most weak and ironic commentary videos I've seen in quite a while.
The first clip is about a Sneako fan that harassed Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein says in his video that this was because of Hassan. The clip is supposed to be me saying that this is obviously a Sneako fan and then being dumbstruck when he's proven to be a Hassan fan, but he's not. Ethan is lying. Let's watch the clip from his stream.
45,000 people and nobody's got a problem. Watch this one.
Fuck, bro, you're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist. Bro, look in the fucking. You look like a fucking rapist, Ethan.
Is she horrified by what he said, or she's like, got him?
Feel bad for you.
Okay, can I just say really quickly, it's very obvious from the way that guy's talking he's a Sneako fan. Like, that's very clear Sneako lexicon. Can we just be honest for just 2 seconds?
Let's be honest.
Like,
finally,
just be real.
please.
Wallahi, that is not.
What, Allahi?
No.
What does that mean?
Wallahi, I swear.
Oh, I
swear to
swear.
God.
Okay, good. She swears.
Oh my god, bro, I love you. Hassan, can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
I'm so sweaty.
I love you, bro.
Once again,
I have to interview you.
speechless?
You're my hero, bro.
Nothing to
I love
say,
you.
girl!
Bro, you're the coolest guy.
Here's the, you just went a whole fucking, you just grandstanded on how he's obviously just must not be a fan of Hassan. And like, how could she sit there so stupid and smug? Oh
Like,
my
just
God.
Again, Ethan is lying. His proof isn't proof at all. The first time this guy shows up during this stream, it happens 15 minutes earlier when he meets Hassan's crew. Notice he doesn't react when they say they're going to find Hassan.
Busy right now.
What are you guys doing? What kind of content?
We're just streaming. It's live stream.
Oh, live streaming?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a content creator too, bro.
Yeah. Sure.
I do content. So you're just literally live right now?
Yeah. Yes.
How many viewers?
A couple. A few.
You?
Yeah.
Like what, 30?
Probably more than 30.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say more than 30, yeah.
Dude, guys, my YouTube channel is @dating&money. Please subscribe. @dating&money. I talk about Palestine
Dating
on
and
there.
money.
Yeah.
Dating and money.
I talk about Palestine on there.
Okay, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to find his son.
Okay.
Where is this guy?
Where'd he go? Yeah.
But yeah, just type in and then dating and money, guys.
Just listen, chat. Do not fucking go
Do
to
not
dating and money.
Chat. You better
Do not
stay
fucking
here.
go.
Do not go to that. We can't afford to lose any more viewers. Hassan has fallen on hard times. You know this.
Now, the clip from Ethan's Nuke, which happens 15 minutes later.
What's up, man?
Oh my god, bro, I love you. Hassan, can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty,
I
bro.
love you, bro.
I'm so sweaty.
I love you, bro. I have to interview you. You're my hero, bro. I love you, bro.
This one is pretty ridiculous on its face, so I'll just leave it there. But here are some of the nice things this guy had to say about Hassan and me on his Twitter.
It's ironic that Denims is trying to claim that Ethan's evidence isn't evidence at all in this when we see full clips of this individual being very amicable with Hassan and conscious to how poorly he treated Ethan. She somehow tries to point out that this individual is still in fact a definite Sneako fan while going on to utilize even weaker evidence showcasing a grand total of 2 tweets where this guy was in support of Sneako and shit-talking Hassan and Denims. Denims doesn't even consider the fact that these clips are older than some of these tweets and he may have changed his stance on Hassan over time over his own Islamic views, whereas once he used to support Hassan for his defense of Palestine. It's also entirely possible he's only in support of Sneako in these instances because of overlapping interests. I mean, all of the tweets you showcased are shit-talking you and Hassan following Ethan's content news. It's entirely possible that this guy is a Sneako fan. I'm not going to write that off entirely, but what you showcased here is nowhere near enough to support that even by your standards.
Difference between you and Hassan Piker?
Yes, what? Please tell me. So insightful.
He never...
I don't deny rape. I don't support terrorists. I don't lie and gaslight and manipulate my audience.
The second clip is about a stream Hassan did reacting to Hassan Nasrallah. The accusation is that Hassan supports Nasrallah, and I made a fool out of myself by saying that that wasn't true, only to be immediately proven wrong. Let's watch. He never said Hassan Nasrallah was a good guy.
Right.
You
That's
explicitly said Gallant was a good guy.
Right, exactly, of course. Invented the legend of the Nazi atrocities.
I don't have an issue with them.
هذا التحالف إسرائيل.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen. Listen. You have to remember something, okay? A lot of these...
No comment. That's amazing.
Here's my comment. Hassan is reading a chat message. Yes, seriously. He goes on to explain that the reason the chatter might find himself agreeing with him is that Nasrallah is well educated.
You have to remember something, okay? A lot of these dudes, you see them in their fucking fits, and you hear about, like, some of their attitudes about, like, gay people, for example, and you immediately fucking resort to Orientalist perspectives, not realizing that these motherfuckers are better read than you by a million. You might not agree with his methods, but ultimately, this motherfucker has read a shit ton of books.
Already, we see Denims obfuscating what actually occurred here, claiming that Hassan wasn't actually supporting this individual, but rather explaining to a chatter why he would seem agreeable. The reality of the situation here is that Denims cut the full clip where Ethan went on to show that Hassan actually did, out of his own interest, say he doesn't have a problem with the guy.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization that is also a part of the Lebanese parliament.
Do we like them or no?
I think as a resistance group, they're pretty successful against Israel. But everybody hates them. Like, everybody in the region, a lot of people don't like them. Like,
I like what you like.
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say. They're Shia. I am Sunni, technically. Not that this sectarian distinction matters in this situation, but...
I'm gonna be honest with Sam.
But they are a terrorist organization. Like, they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well, I mean, we also called Nelson Mandela a terrorist until 2008.
Of course, she'll never show you this because she knows the people in the sphere will just take this as an epic Ethan own and call him an insane liar. This is a classic tactic people in the sphere use, where they cut their opposition's arguments before it's fully laid out in order to make them seem insane and irrational. It's incredibly dishonest and already makes the title of Denim's video incredibly ironic. Also, something to point out is that this particular segment Denim's cut out to make her counter-argument is literally a few seconds out of 10 minutes, give or take, Ethan utilized to present his claim that Hassan has no problem showing a level of embrace for someone who is fundamentally anti-Semitic, actually straight up racist and murderous in their beliefs.
Okay, I thought those two clips were fun, but the next clip is a little bit more serious. Before we get into it, a quick palate cleanser. You'll notice when we get to the next clip, Ethan Klein put a banner labeling me as an ex-Destiny orbiter. He's doing this to distract from the fact that he's currently orbiting Destiny.
Hassan and his community is desperate to link me to Destiny, someone who I don't even know. They claim that he ghost wrote my video, that he's my favorite creator.
I wonder why people might think that. For one, Ethan uses Destiny's subreddit as a source for his stream. Here's him doing it in October, and here's him explaining why he got the Frogan section of his video wrong.
Here, it's right here.
Oh, never mind.
It's right here. Right at the top. Frogan Rising Star 2024. Right here. What even is this post from? Is it even from Destiny subreddit?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that's the post.
Yes,
so that's the post. So that is where I found it. And I'll admit that was sloppy.
But really, we could also just ask Destiny. Here's what he had to say on October 22nd, the day after Ethan Klein got caught browsing his subreddit.
I know it wouldn't look good for Ethan to publicly do anything with you, but if you reach out on private at all, well, privately we chat a ton, of course. Why do you think I've been off stream so much the past week? I'm scripting these fucking videos. But publicly, I mean, it's difficult to associate with him because Hassan is just going to accuse me of mind fucking him, basically, right?
If Ethan Klein is willing to lie about all this other stuff, What else is he willing to lie about?
You know, it's funny you say that, Denims, considering that the particular clip you got from Destiny here is obviously a joke that you recontextualized to fit your narrative. Let's not forget the fact that simply browsing a subreddit as a source to find clips for the sake of researching legitimate examples of something someone may have said or did say is not at all indicative of orbiting someone's sphere. It's obvious what you're attempting to do here, Denims. None of the people in your sphere like Destiny, and the extended political scene also doesn't like Destiny because of his disgusting behavior involving women that has recently been exposed. So your goal here is to lump in Ethan with Destiny to discredit any arguments he may make by soiling his character.
Anyways, on to the final clip.
Very good. Go from believe all women to Pixar didn't happen. The vast majority of people, if not all, who were raped were murdered on the spot.
Here's the thing, though. We are believing the women who come forward and talk about their sexual abuse or experiences. I'm not going to believe fucking Biden when he tells me that everybody's getting raped. That's insane. You realize that that's insane, right?
Yeah. Obviously.
Dam Goldstein Almog was kidnapped from her home on October 7th by Hamas terrorists and was held captive for 51 days. Though only 17 years old, she witnessed the murder of her father and sister on that day and is now speaking out about what she witnessed in Gaza as well in a new documentary by Sheryl Sandberg, Screams Before Silence. In new footage, Agam reveals that sexual assault and rape was a regular component of the life as a hostage in Gaza.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happened on October 7th.
Hassan, maybe you would like to call her a liar. Please, go right ahead.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happened on October 7th.
There are dozens of testimonies from witnesses, most of who were in hiding and heard or saw it
What's
happen.
the problem, fucking bitch? Did you not hear what they said? You respect women? Why are you calling them liars? How fucking cool is that? Say something. You just said you believe victims, but here it's a victim right now, a woman, telling you this happened, and you're smiling? How do you disprove firsthand testimony? She goes, I wouldn't believe it unless it was firsthand. Here's a 17-year-old whose family was murdered in front of her, and she was kidnapped for 50 days and continually raped while being in captivity. Nothing to say? Nothing? You're not going to fucking acknowledge what just happened?
I will acknowledge what just happened. This woman who you claimed was continually raped in captivity did not claim to have been raped. In fact, when she was released from captivity, she had this to say.
ואז אחד מהם היה צעיר, עשה איתי הורדת ידיים, אבל הוא הביא מגבת, כדי לא... כי אסור לו לגעת בי. אישה היא מאוד... אישה היא קדושה שם. אישה היא מלכה. היו עושים לי שיחות איך לשמור על אגם. הסברנו להם שגם אצלנו לפעמים כן יש שלאגם יכול להיות חבר, או יכולים להיות לה כמה חברים לפני שהיא תתחתן. אני אפילו מעודדת את זה, שהיא תתנסה, שהיא תכיר, לפני שהיא אצלה מוסד הנישואים. אבל היינו מתאמתים על זה.
Later, she did a different interview for a documentary, which is what Ethan put on the screen. In that interview, she says that at least half the hostages she spoke to said they were sexually assaulted. At no point did she claim that anything had happened to her, and to my knowledge so far, no hostages have given first-hand accounts of being sexually assaulted in captivity.
כל פעם שפגשתי מישהו היה לפחות מישהי או מישהו אחד שחוו התעללות מינית והתעללות פיזית. כמעט, כאילו חצי מהן.
Now, other women have also claimed that while they weren't victims themselves, they spoke to others that were. Asking people to believe secondhand accounts that change with no explanation is insane. I take issue with other people manipulating these women's horrific experiences to fit their narratives. I have said countless times that in any military, paramilitary, or terrorist attack, there will unfortunately be sexual abuse. American troops have been found guilty of this countless times over the past few decades. I have to believe that there was sexual abuse on October 7th. I will also always believe victims who come forward to talk about their sexual abuse. I stand by that.
During Ethan's response to Denims, there is something that really hit hard, something really strong. These people are definitely ends justify the means by all means types of people. Look at how Denims just deflects from the fact that the people she roots for and supports do in fact sexually assault their victims, but then tries to deflect from the issue by saying that it's just an unfortunate part of freedom fighting, even going as far as to use whataboutism here to point out how American troops do it too. Look, no one is going to condone that behavior or call it just something that happens. It's absolutely something that should be looked down upon and punished. I know that was a bit of a long clip, but we're going to talk about multiple points that was made here with one statement. While Ethan may have gotten who the victim was incorrectly, it doesn't change the fact that people were in fact sexually assaulted. That is a minor point that Ethan got wrong that you are now trying to use to pivot away and deflect. Unfortunately for you, it doesn't work here. Ethan's ultimate goal is to point out that denying sexual assault occurred as a means to justify their actions is turning a blind eye to what should be absolutely condemnable, rather than something that can be justified so long as it suits your end goals, which is something that both you and Hassan have done in the past.
But you don't care about victims, Ethan, because if you did, you wouldn't make up lies just to push your anti-Muslim Arab bias. What bias? This bias.
I do, on the other hand, acknowledge that, like, I think per capita, a lot of the weird fucking terrorism and crimes and shit, I mean, there's definitely some strong thread of violence through the Muslim community, or Arab Muslims to be more specific.
Anyways, that's the video.
Not only is that clip significantly old and probably from a significantly less educated younger version of Ethan who may have shifted his opinion since then, it's incredibly ironic to point out this anti-Arab Muslim bias you guys like to use as a race card when most of the rhetoric spewed by Hassan and yourself is anti-Israeli, anti-Jewish in nature. At least recognize that bias if you want to play that card. You people are so quick to call Ethan a racist Zionist when Hassan is quick to platform and support individuals whose primary beliefs is that Jewish people are greedy creatures that need to be culled. But hey, being an obfuscating, dishonest coward of a person is your biggest strong suit. So that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.